Hi, I'm Emily. If you've been to our office before, you know me as Dr. Doty's office manager. But I wanted to take a little bit of time and tell my story because while I do work for Dr. Doty, I am also human and I have human experiences and emotions. So, in August of 2024, my husband and I gave birth to our first child, Millie. And we had 3 really wonderful days with her before she unexpectedly passed away. After that, my anxiety was so intense, I could barely function. I couldn't leave the house. It felt almost impossible. I wasn't really able to drive anywhere. My husband had to drive me everywhere, down my weekly adjustments and to stores and all sorts of different appointments and things. My mind would spiral. I'd overthink everything and it would make me extremely dizzy and out of breath to the point where I thought I was going to pass out. I couldn't go back to work. I didn't want to eat and sleep was really difficult. Full night's sleep was extremely rare. Before all of this happened, I had been doing weekly chiropractic care. My pregnancy and delivery were everything I could have hoped for. With Millie, I had no hip pain, no body pain. My center of gravity felt relatively normal. My delivery was very, very smooth. But after the loss, therapy wasn't enough. I needed something that was going to help my brain and nervous system settle so that I could cope with what had happened and start to heal. So I started neurofeedback. I took a home unit and was doing it from my kitchen table, while continuing my weekly adjustments. And little by little, things started changing. I started sleeping again. I could leave the house without feeling like I was going to pass out. I went back to work. I started with half days and eventually I worked myself back up to full work days. And there's one moment that really made it real for me. For my husband's birthday, he wanted to go to an Avalanche hockey game. And that might sound like something really small, but it wasn't for me. Before I'd started the training, if I knew that I had to leave later in the day, I would be anxious all day long and it would completely derail me. But being able to go and be present and actually enjoy it was a huge turning point. I want to be really clear about something. Neurofeedback isn't magic. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't erase what happened and it doesn't take away the story. But what it did for me was it gave me a better headspace to heal. It helped calm my nervous system and helped me to stop living in constant survival mode so I could actually function again. And I think a really important part of this is you have to want to get better. You have to show up and do the work and be willing to let your brain learn a new pattern. Today, I'm back to work full time. I'm sleeping, I'm eating, I'm exercising. We have a son. He is adjusted weekly. And I feel like I'm back to functioning the way that I did prior to losing Millie. And honestly, I don't think that I would have gotten through that season of my life if it wasn't for neurofeedback. And of course, my weekly adjustments. Full transparency, I do work for the clinic, so I know that this might sound like an ad, but I'm a human being first. I stay here because I believe in the work that we do. I've lived it, I've experienced it, and I love getting to see other people get their lives back too. If you're struggling and you feel stuck, just know that there are options and you're not alone. And you might feel like you are. I definitely felt like I did, but you're not. We're here for you. We believe in you. And we're ready to get your care started when you are. If you have any questions about neurofeedback or chiropractic or what a plan might look like for you, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to help you figure out the next best steps and get you back to feeling like you again. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Thank you for being on our page. And I hope you have a happy and healthy day.